You ready for the most satisfying sound you've ever heard?
Mm-hmm. That is nice.
Hang on.
Dang, bro.
Guys, today's podcast episode is coming at you from our favorite sponsor. We are talking about Mountain Dew Voltage. Dew charged with a raspberry citrus flavor and ginseng with other natural flavors as well. Guys, we're only talking 170 calories here. 12 fluid ounces and just a lot of good energy coming from this drink that I'm convinced is radioactive because it tastes like electricity in the best way.
You should be their marketing guy.
Love me some Voltage, man. Speaking of which, I don't know if this ever happens to you because you don't really have soda in your fridge. At least when I was at your house, you didn't.
No, we don't keep a lot of soda around.
Yeah, that was a big disappointment for me, but we definitely have soda at our house. And every now and then, I'll be feeling a little itch for a Dr. Pepper or Voltage.
Sure.
Tends to be later at night, and I can't pop one of those bad boys without everybody in the house knowing. It stresses me out a little bit. You know, sometimes I go for the cough, but you heard that. I mean,
Yeah.
It sounds like an atomic bomb is dropping. And then everybody knows. And there's this weird sense of shame. Like, oh, he's drinking a classic Alex. He's drinking a soda late at night. There's just no getting around it. Even in my room, like, I'll hear my dad, like, pop open a Pepsi. And I'm, like, low-key judging him for no reason at all. So, yeah.
You do it, but you're just like, come on.
Like, come on, guys. What are we doing?
Dang, dude. I'm a little thirsty. I'd have to admit.
Yeah, you've been getting some Coke lately, right?
I get Coke every once in a while. Yeah, I'm a Coke guy. But I think one of the biggest drinks, not biggest, there's this new drink I get very frequently. Because there's this store. They have one up north, and they have a bunch down here called Swig.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm familiar.
And they have these blended revivers. It's like energy drink and like fruit and all this different stuff. Like blended up, dude. It's amazing. I get it like every single freaking time I go.
And how much does one of those run you?
$6. It's a lot.
That's so funny.
But I don't buy them.
I'm with you.
I go with my mom. She's always like, "You want a drink?" And I'm like, "Heck yeah."
Of course.
And she always pays. So I'm just like, I'm down for the ride, baby.
That's so funny, bro. Yeah, I saw a
Yeah,
meme
bro.
where it's like the Swig owner when they realized that 3 different like bland normal drinks can make them $6, and it's like Major Bagler, Major
dude.
Bagler.
That is so facts, dude. Swig is expensive, but man, that line is always backed up.
Yeah, dude, what a good business model.
I know,
And
dude. People
just a
love their
good
drinks.
idea.
Mm-hmm. I know.
Like I would say maybe like once every couple weeks I'll see one when I'm driving. Let me pull over. And yeah, I get the Texas Tab or the Yowza, which is basically raspberry puree and then Dr. Pepper and coconut maybe.
Beautiful.
And yeah, it runs me about $3.50, and I don't really question it too much, but if you really look at it, I can make that same drink at Maverick for $1.
It's true.
Definitely couldn't make it as good, but I don't know.
Yeah. I definitely should be looking at my spending habits, but I'll worry about that later.
Yeah.
When
Are you the one to like check your bank account very often?
No, I have I'm really good at keeping a mental tab of what's going on. Like I've never missed a bill, never ran out of money. So it's like I don't tend to check it very often. I just kind of have an idea.
What's your credit score?
With or without the current debt, because it's pretty bad right now.
know.
But I had times where I'm like at like 750. That's basically like you can do whatever you want towards
Nice, bro.
high 700s. But right now it's probably low 600s.
Well, dude, you could say any number and I'd be like, nice, dude, attaboy.
Oh yeah, because you have no frame of reference.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Right.
I'm just agreeing with you. You could.
No, dude. I think that's great that you do a good job of keeping mental tabs because I don't feel like I'm great at that. I probably should be better.
That's okay. Everyone's got their strengths and weaknesses.
It's true. Speaking of which,
Uh-oh.
a weakness of my parents that since I've lived with them that I've noticed
Mm-hmm.
is, and I think this is like a global issue. I say global here. Why are we recording the news every single day, every single night when nobody watches it?
They don't watch the news after they record it?
They claim they like skip through it to see the weather.
They got a weather app.
That's what I said.
There's a widget.
And that takes you a tenth of the time.
Yeah, that's interesting.
And yeah, and I go to record something like a game or something I won't be here for. Very rarely, but when I do, it's like storage is full. And I'm like, okay, how is this possible? So I go and I look through all the recordings, and there's like 96. KSL News at 5. I'm like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
They're never gonna watch it.
Well,
and even if you did, what are you missing out on that you can't just like scroll through a simple feed or get notifications on your phone? Like, it's so automated now that watching the news is a waste of time.
Well, I'm glad that they don't watch it, because I see the news as a form of self-inflicted torture, to be honest with you. Like I think the news just like, man, it's always like, it just increases your stress when you watch it. I feel like even if it's like decent stuff that's happening, I don't know, the way they formulate it doesn't, I don't know.
It's a good point.
It doesn't feel good. And so my grandma watches the news every night. So every night I got to go hide away in my room because I'm like, I don't want to hear that crap.
Yeah. And that is a really good point. It's like, what's the ratio of good things that are being reported on and bad things? Like, you hear about, things in Ukraine, you hear about politics, you hear about shootings, you hear about diseases and COVID and this and that and climate and stock market, and just like everything is like so negative. Everything. And then at the end they're like, oh, little Jasmine here won the school fair for yummiest chocolate chip cookie. It's like, how is this helping me?
I know. It's like the positive stuff is just like a heartwarming local story, and you're like, okay, didn't care, but
that makes it better.
Yeah, I need some groundbreaking news to be positive.
And dude, yeah, and the other thing is like the effect that we have on what is being reported on is pretty much zero.
Yeah. And
like I get that they're reporting on like a family who's struggling or who got in a fatal car accident and they need to raise money. I think that's great. Maybe there should be more of that. But most of it, there's just something we can do. So why would I put myself through all that just to feel depressed for no reason?
No, it's true. It's not an ideal thing to partake in, but some people like it. The only news I like is like in like hobbies or interests, like news for that kind of stuff. Like I love going through my Google News feed because Google's like really good at showing you what you want to see, and I'm just like, oh, sick, like new camera or new game or like, oh, this new laptop or like whatever, I mean, it's like whatever's happening in the world industry of my hobbies and interests, new stuff for that kind of. I like to keep up on what's going on with the cars or whatever. I'm like, that's fun news, but I don't need to know world events. I really don't.
Yeah.
Some people like to raise awareness about it, but I'm like, I'd like to lower awareness in my own field here.
It's like, unless I'm planning to travel to British Columbia in the next week, I probably don't need to know anything right now about what is happening. So I'm good to just stay where I'm at.
So true, dude.
I was going to ask, is there anything that your parents do that just feels really like kind of like that, like outdated, or just kind of just bugs you a little bit?
There are some things that my parents do that bug me. I don't know if like outdated, if I can classify them outdated, but either way, like for example, something that got me frustrated actually this week. Here's a little PO for you.
Ooh.
So I've been helping my parents move for the last while, and they're nearly done, but we still have some things in the old grandparents' garage that we need to move. So just like 3 or 4 days ago, we were moving a bunch of crap, and like it's heavy. Me and my little brother are basically moving all of these dressers and desks, and they're all heavy. And there's this one thing, like my mom likes to get free stuff, like not from Facebook Marketplace or like KSL or whatever, Craigslist. She goes to the the subcontractors and companies that she has worked with in the past, because she's always been in like construction and home building and stuff. So she'll have some company that makes cabinets, and they're like, oh, we're giving away this cabinets, and she goes and like picks them up. So we have like all these random cabinets and like cupboard things that are like, they're like all really nice and they're all free and brand new. And then she'll like make something out of it. So she like made this, you know those like little desks that go like underneath the TV that carry all your like TV boxes. So she made like a custom version of that, but it's like freaking heavy, and the feet like she just like screwed into the bottom, and they weren't very stable. And so we're trying to move it, and like, dude, I don't know. Whenever it comes to like moving large objects, I tend to like not be able to control my emotions. So like one of the feet, like 2 of the feet broke off, and I was just like, this is stupid. And like now it's all lopsided, so I just freaking kicked one of the feet right out and like hurt my toe. And I'm just like, why does my mom want to like make this crap and then want to keep it around? And then when I tell her, Mom, like IKEA, a Walmart, like all these really crap, like I know it's crappy, but what you have is crappy. You go buy the crappy thing until you want to go spend the money on the nice thing. She doesn't want to get new stuff. She likes her stuff. I'm just like, she just likes to like just take what she has and like make something out of it and like put it in the house. And I'm like, I don't know. It just like, I don't like it. So that's one thing that like bothers me, but she has like good points as to why she does it. She doesn't want to spend the money, and like she likes the way it looks. So I mean, who am I to say? It's not my house, so I'm not worried about it. But I got a little upset about that.
Yeah, you got a little ouchie on the toe, huh? It sounds like.
Yeah, dude. It's a little painful, but it's okay.
And I'm gonna assume you didn't take any ibuprofen for it.
No.
Because your body will heal itself.
Yes. It's funny because when I took off because I had already, the same toe, during this moving process, Luke had dropped something right on it, so it's already black.
Just come on.
I know. And so when I looked at the toe afterwards,
the life just likes to kick in when you're down, doesn't it?
I really do think that's a thing, dude. When you're like
no
feeling
pun intended.
negative, more negative things will happen to you. So like it's really important to keep your feelings, the emotions like in check.
Sure.
But yeah, so like I checked my toe out, and like there's nothing wrong with it, but you can see like if you like shine a light on the right way, there's like these 3 lines. It almost got like accordion crumpled. It was like when I kicked. It was weird. Like my toenail got folded.
Wow. Dude,
but we're not going to get into details. That's kind of gross. So
that's hard to hear. I can't imagine what it feels like.
It's all right now.
Dang. Well, I mean, and disclaimer, I do love my parents, and it's all lighthearted if they're listening, which actually they're not.
Yeah, no. I actually feel bad because we like had this big argument after it, and she was like, fine, like if you guys don't want to help, like I'll just hire movers. And we're like, no, don't do that. And she's like, no, seriously, I'm going to. And then like 2 hours later, I was like, there's no way she did. Like, we're going to go help with the next move. And she's like, no, they're already coming. And I'm just like, what the heck? Like, I just, when that kind of thing happens, you just feel bad. You're like, yeah. I want to argue about it when I want to argue about it and like have my emotions, but like, I don't want anything like, yeah, I'm so glad. No repercussions. Like if you had hired movers in the beginning and was like, hey, it's not that expensive. Like we want to do this. It'll make things easier. Like that's good. But I'm like, but the fact that you hired movers after like this big family fight and now there's like bad blood because I don't like that at all. So I'm like, I want to heal what happened through continuing to serve.
So how are you going to go about that? What's your steps here?
I told her to get rid of them, but like she has not told me that she get rid of them. So if she asks me to help, I will help. And if she doesn't,
get rid of them as if they're like old towels.
Yeah, get rid of those.
Just get rid of them. Dude, movers. I like that. I like that little sweater hoodie combo you got going on. What is that?
This is too small for me, but it is an H&M, I think.
Dude, yeah, I need to make a trip down to good old M&H, bro. I could use some
clothes
from them, I think. Yeah.
That's what they should call it. Dude, yeah, H&M and Walmart. That's really all you need.
Yeah, I've done a little bit of shopping at Dick's lately. I've got like, they're not Lululemon, but they're basically Lululemon joggers, but they look almost like slacks.
Yeah,
they can be used to dress up or dress down. So I got a couple pair of those. I invested in some hoodies, some Nike hoodies, which do not run cheap. But I was like, dude, I'm not gonna buy like cheap hoodies that I only wear like just around the house. Like I want like nicer hoodies to wear outside. Totally. Like I don't like wearing short sleeves. I just don't. I like long sleeves or hoodies.
Yeah.
Short sleeves, I just don't like the feel. It doesn't feel very good.
No, it's true. It's rare for a good short sleeve shirt to fit well. I've been struggling with that lately because I want to get a tan while I'm outside, and especially when it's hot, it's like, okay, so now I don't get a tan, and it's really really hot if I'm wearing a long sleeve. So I've like gone on this like like huge search for like the perfect shirt, and I'm close. But lately, I've just kind of accepted that shirts just like look kind of tight on me, or they look kind of boxy, and I'm just like, hey, such is life. So I just wear them.
Dude, yeah, and like what human is shaped like a person from Minecraft, like a square? I need a shirt that is like that gets thinner the lower it goes, because that's how humans are made, with typically broader shoulders.
Sure.
Like why are sleeves 14 inches in diameter? Who has arms like that? And even if you did, it still wouldn't fit right. It's just weird.
I'm going to say something that might come off wrong, controversial, and upsetting to some people.
And that's what we're here for.
This is why we have a podcast. No, I think that most cheap shirts, like for example, my shoulders and my arms, I need like an extra large. Even when I get an extra large, it's like they're kind of tight. But then I have massive midsections. They're huge and boxy. And I'm like, these extra large shirts are made for fat people. And they're not made for like fit guys. So I'm like,
well, perhaps that's why they're called extra larges.
They should make a line of clothing for fit dudes. You know what I mean? You and I, pretty fit.
Well, we dabble.
We try. So I don't know. Maybe I'm just shopping at the wrong places.
Dude, and like it's funny you say that, because I saw an advertisement for a company called Cuts. Again, not sponsored, but that's kind of what they're known for, is you send them like your diameters in, waist, shoulders, torso, and they just like basically custom make you a shirt.
Dude,
but then it's like, what if I don't like the material? I don't want to go through all that. What if it, I don't want to go through returning it. Like,
policy? Yeah,
exactly. I just don't trust it or want to go through it enough, because I typically like my shirts thicker. Like this Vans shirt, like
you like it heavy.
This Vans shirt, I was super excited about it, but look, I got to double it up with a t-shirt under because it's just too thin.
Yeah.
And then the neck is wide, and then you can see like a bunch of my neck. I just know I need a little bit tighter, kind of like your neckline is right there.
Yeah.
That's a perfect neckline. That's what I need. The neck trim. Dude, clothing is just like, for me, and you, it sounds like just like so subjective, but clothing generally is built really objectively, and it's just hard to feel comfortable and feel good in clothes. So maybe we give the people what they want. Maybe we just start going around shirtless, and when we're in St. Jeezy, and we just break all tradition.
No,
would you walk through a Walmart without your shirt on? I would.
Yeah, no, I've thought about that. I'm like, bro, every single day I got to think about what I got to wear to the gym. I might as well just throw some shorts on and go shoeless, sockless, shirtless.
Ooh, yeah, I don't know about that.
I'm a clean guy.
I don't know about sockless. You might want to.
Maybe it's not me. Maybe it's the other stuff I'll be stepping on. No, but even just like, I don't want to wear a top. It'd be really convenient, but that's just not how the world
clothes
works.
Are just so inconvenient, dude. Oh, I hate it.
And the thing is like, I don't want to spend $100 for a shirt, right? Or even $30, really.
Yeah.
I want to spend like $10. But the thing is fast, cheap fashion. Like once you like wash it and dry it and wear it a few times, it gets a little different.
It's not the same.
So like the thing is, you have to buy like 10 articles of clothing. Okay. You wash it, you dry it a few times, and you wear it for a while. And then 7 of those are ruined, and you throw them away because they didn't last. And then you get those few that like, hey, this like stayed nice for a long time. And that's what you wear for a long time, because it just happenstance was that it worked, right? And so like that's how I shop, and I'll just get like, I'll spend like $300. Turns out only $50 worth of that stuff actually sticks around because it was able to get washed, dried, and worn for a while. It's just how
that's if you're lucky.
If you're lucky.
And then you see all these, especially like our age and coming of age people generation, they're like, well, I'm not spending money on clothes like, at the store, so I'm going to go thrifting. And then they show off like their thrifting fits and finds, and I'm just like, dude, am I crazy, or is everybody dressing so weird? Like girls, I don't know if this is part of the conversation, but girls and just guys, everyone likes like this weird aesthetic of like wearing like the Carhartt super thick like painter trouser things that are like way too short. Like you can see their entire sock.
Yeah.
And then they wear like the really tight beanie, and then like super oversized flannel with like a tight t-shirt, and then like jewelry. And like, dude, I just don't understand this whole look that our age group has.
Yeah.
Like, dude, like I want to wear jeans that like fit my body. I don't want to go thrifting for stuff unless it's like a cool vintage, like NBA shirt or something, because it's been like used and worn, and like I would rather have something new and nice.
Yeah.
I don't care if I got to pay more for it, but
Totally.
I just don't understand this whole movement of. It's just maybe I don't understand fashion, bro.
No,
maybe I don't get it.
I have to agree that like the whole granola rock climber skater like vibe that's going on right now.
You know what I'm talking about?
No, I know exactly what you're talking about. I'm like, I've never been able to figure out what it is that they like about it, and I've never been able to pull it off myself. So like I take certain things from it. Like lately, like looser pants. Like I used to always wear like more skinnier fitted slim jeans and stuff like that. But I'm like, okay, what I do like about the skater look is like the looser cargo pant kind of vibe. I'm like, okay, so I've adopted that. But I'm like, but I get them new, right? And I match it with a shirt that I'm used to and all this different stuff. But yeah, I'm like, I like to take little things from different, different styles, right? Because sometimes I want to go for the biker guy that works out. Right, because then I got the jeans and the boots and the black T-shirt. I'm like, that's clean. You can't really go wrong with that. But I'm like, but it's definitely not the in thing. But that's you got to find timeless styles. I feel like that you just can't go wrong with. Then you don't never fail.
Yeah, and maybe that's where I'm kind of at, is figuring out my style. I'm really, really picky. Like I hate when my clothes get wrinkled. Like I have to iron. I'm sure remember on the mission, like I iron my shirt every single morning.
Yeah.
And typically with cotton shirts, mainly short sleeve shirts, I don't know why this happens, but they get wrinkled very easily.
Yeah.
And so that's a huge thing going through my mind all day is this going to get wrinkled?
Mm-hmm.
And if they're not like, again, super thick, if they're just like kind of like the shirt I'm wearing right now, they just get wrinkled, dude. And then your whole day is off.
Yeah.
And you look like a dweeb walking around with a wrinkled shirt, bro.
No, I hate wrinkles.
So again, maybe I don't know if I'm shopping in the wrong places or if I need to see more inspiration for what I could wear. But I think we talked about this. The show What Not to Wear was like a huge thing on HGTV or TLC, whatever, back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
And they would just take a guy or girl who had no style, and two like style experts would come in. They would go shopping with them. They'd like get everything fitted for them, and they like change their entire wardrobe.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, like I would love that, bro. Like I'm humble enough to be like, dude, I don't really have style. I mean, I'm kind of like got like my aesthetic or things that I like to typically wear, but I don't consider myself very stylish.
Yeah.
So I would definitely like to be better, but again, that's probably where like a wife would come in handy, where she could be like, this looks good, this doesn't. I'd be like, great, thank you. I don't want to do this on my own.
No, true. I think the two times that I've like leveled up in my style was one when I had a girl around that could kind of help me show me what looked good from the female perspective,
Mm-hmm.
but also like Pinterest and Instagram and like TikTok, they all have like ways of finding men fashion style tips. And you just go in there and you just like consume a lot of different styles, and you start to understand kind of what and then you go try on a bunch of stuff and you see what fits your body nice and what you think looks good. I've definitely gotten way better, because I mean my style literally used to be slim jeans, a hoodie or t-shirt, sometimes a freaking golf polo, and like Vans or Nike sneakers. It's like as basic as it comes, and so I've kind of tried to dabble in some other stuff because I'm like, I don't think I like that anymore.
For sure.
But
you got to adapt or die in this dog eat dog world we live in.
100%.
But hey, I'm glad we got a little dosage of a fashion conversation.
It's been a while since we did like a fit check, so this was good.
Dude, yeah, and it's hard when you're not in person.
Mm.
While we're on the subject, do you want to give me a little bit of a fit check here?
Yeah. So earlier,
stand up.
Earlier I was wearing the large blue polo, but I'd worn it 2 episodes earlier, so I switched into this.
Ooh,
so this, it's like pretty nice fitted. No, like looks good on the arms,
Sheesh.
I'm wearing like black shorts,
Oh wow.
They can be longer, but I got a nice tan, as you can see.
Yeah.
Okay, and then
where'd you get those shorts?
These are Walmart shorts. They're like,
dude, you and I are taking a Walmart trip when I go to St. George, and I need you to help me.
I will show you all the good stuff, because these shorts, I got a bunch of them over the summer for knocking, and like I'm like, they're definitely not like gym shorts. They're not good for the gym, but like everyday
Just a
wearing,
little
I'm like,
cash.
they look good. They feel good. They're really stretchy, but like they're like more dressy. So it's nice. And then for the feet, I got the old white sock, white van combo. It's like it works for today. You know?
Solid, bro.
So
I'm actually impressed.
I'm
impressed.
What about you?
I guess we'll give you a little setup here.
Mm-hmm.
I need like a longer cable so I can do fit checks, but here's what I got. I got a Vans shirt.
Love it.
Pretty solid. And then I did splurge on some Nike sweats, and they're white, which was, for considering that I stain a lot of my clothes, just because I'm like, I feel like I'm a pretty neat guy, but I'm a messy eater.
Mm-hmm.
So I cannot eat spaghetti in this in these sweats, or it's over.
Yeah.
But white Nike sweats.
Oh, dude, I love it.
And then I got the Adidas gray socks.
Dude,
We're very comfortable today. I mean, it's a Saturday afternoon, evening.
Yeah.
We got a couple games on. I don't have a lot going on today, so it's one of those fits.
I just love how you record the podcast right there under the blanket in the bed.
Dude, I'm so posted. It's ridiculous. You don't even believe how posted I am.
Oh shoot!
Disclaimer: this is not my blanket.
You're just borrowing it.
Yeah, dude. I decided like when I move out, I've got like my mic holder, and like I'll take it on and off when we do the podcast because I like having it in my hands. But I'll do it a little bit more legit, where I've got like a couple things in the background, and it's like more aesthetically.
Yeah, that'd be sweet.
Better, and I might do it for my iPhone because my camera quality compared to yours is terrible. But
okay. Well, I mean, you could always invest in a webcam. They're not that expensive.
Dude, and if I throw a little stream together like once a week just for fun, I think I'm gonna get one anyways. So I think I will.
Dude, that would be legendary. If you ever need any recommendations, I'm your tech guy.
I do need some recommendations.
Okay, so I had a couple things to say. And
before you do,
yes,
sorry,
please.
What time are we at?
A cool 27.
Okay, I was thinking. Do you just want to split this one?
Split it. Like do a 30
this one
minute?
be 2:30s, because I mean it's just been hard to find times lately.
True.
And this week might be a little tough. I mean, obviously I can find a time, but I will be gone most of the days this week. So I'm just thinking for the future, since it's already Saturday and we're a day late, if you just want to just split it since we're already here and we've got plenty more to talk about.
Let's just do. What time is it? Freak. Let's just do like 40. 240s. That way at least it's like close.
Okay.
To usual.
You don't want to do 230s? That's fine with me.
The people need more.
I know they do.
I know they do. And that'll be good because then we can yeah. Next week can be a break for us. So when are you coming to St. George?
I'm coming at the end of this month. So in next week I'll be there. Yo,
bro. Are we hanging?
Oh, we're hanging.
Are we recording pod?
Of course.
Okay, good. Scared me. Okay. Actually, no. Let's just do 2:30s. That's smart because then I don't really want to start the next topic of conversation.
Yeah, that was my only thing, was if we get into this one and then it might be hard to pull it back out.
I was gonna say though, frick, I should just include this in this. You know what? Let's just end it right here, dude. Like, frick. I'm sorry, guys.
Okay. No, that was solid. That was a little bit more, again, just cash, little fashion.
Yeah, dude.
They were just hanging out.
If the uppies have a problem, they can send me fan mail.
They can DM us directly.
Yeah, DM me and complain about it, and then we'll never do it again. But if you guys don't have a problem with it, then we won't be getting any DMs.
They won't. I already know they won't.
So they never have a problem with what we do.
Hey, y'all. Hey, if you have any suggestions as far as fashion go-tos as a guy or a girl, we would love all perspectives for what you think is generally just good. I mean, you don't have to give us specifics, but generally, like, I got some Nike Blazers recently. I got some kind of dressier casual slacks. I got some just plain white tees. I'm just trying to keep it simple.
I do.
But if you have anything beyond that, which I'm sure you guys do, please hit me up. I think Gabe's got it figured out, but I mean, I need help. So please do.
Boom.
Bye.